Hey, you guys, your boy CJ here to do another video. Today's video is about people's attitude. You know, it's good to have a good attitude, but since we living in this flesh, you always gonna we always not gonna always we not always gonna have a good attitude. Sometimes we wake up with a bad attitude. Sometimes we wake up with a good attitude. But however, it's paid to have a good attitude. They try to have a good attitude as much as possible. Um, Let me tell you, sometimes we wake up. Sometimes our attitude can make a big difference in our life and in other people's life. Attitude can make a big difference. Uh, have you ever have you ever noticed how one person's attitude could change the attitude of those around him? You could believe having a good day You could be having a good day when someone come into the room with an attitude. The next thing you know, you have the same attitude, good or bad. It's called the transformation of spirit. You must be careful to whom you and what you open yourself up to. You must deal with with it, or you will be affected by the spirit of the other person around you. You know, it, it's so many. It's just because we are all different. There's so many attitudes that you deal with, good or bad, on a daily basis, family or friend, husband or wife. But it's key is we don't know what these attitudes is going through. We don't know what what we don't know what these people are going through. It could be anything, but you don't know. You only know how they act out because you are in their presence. So you know that whether it's good or bad, you just don't know how sometimes how to deal with it. But for instance, people who lost a loved one may have a different attitude towards you or towards somebody else because they lost their loved one, whether it be a brother or sister, mama or dad, or someone in their family have passed away, and that person was close to them, so they dealing with the problem with they dealing with it because of the problem that had happened, but then there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing they can do gonna be able to bring that person back to life. So you have to go head on and deal with it and put it behind you because nothing you can do, they're going to change it. Because I know in many cases, if we could do something to change it, we will change it. But because it's out of our control to change it, you might as well just go ahead and deal with it and put it behind you. Now, there's some people got attitude that you can put behind you. You can do something about it. Some, for instance, like some husband, some wife, some boyfriend, some girlfriend with bad attitude. You can always get away from those type of attitude or the job attitude. People on the job, you can go get you another job, or if you choose to. In many cases, we have bills and stuff to pay, and we have to deal with a certain attitude, but it carry on. That attitude that you get from one section can carry on to something else, and it cause pain and hurt on other people because of what someone else did to you. It's hard to have an attitude with someone that have not caused you to have an attitude. It's hard for you to deal with that person or those people who is for you, but the one that have had an attitude toward you have put you in a situation where you have attitude all day long, all night, and problem, problem, problem. But you know one thing about attitude, if you allow yourself to mingle and associate with that attitude all day long, it it affect you and the people your loved one around you. So try not to let another person's attitude change you from good to bad. Because either way it go, you if it's good, you win. If you bad, you lose. So a good attitude is always good to have, always good to have. And you have you have the you had a good attitude, you have a bad attitude, you got consequences that you have to face. You have consequences and with a bad attitude, you have consequences. So here's a few things that you could do in your attitude. Consider the consequences. One, play by the rule. Play by the rule, and your attitude will balance itself out. Two, take turns and share. Take turns and share. Three, be open minded. Listen to others. When you're talking to someone, listen to them. You speak, they'll speak. The Bible say that uh, the Bible teaches us be slow to speak, but be quick to listen. Because you talk too much, it it changes a lot of things. A lot of people judge you by the way that you talk, by the way that you say things, and everybody is listening. I mean, everybody want to talk, but no one wants to listen, and all that stuff is it gets you nowhere. I remember when I was a young boy, and I used to hang out with my friends, and we would go somewhere, and people would ask them, "What's wrong with him? What's wrong with Jay?" She said, "Oh," they would say, "No, Jay just quiet. He don't talk too much. He he sit back and look at what's going on, and he will act accordingly to what's going on around him. He doesn't mingle and talk with a lot of people." That's what they said about me. And at the same token, what I was doing is I would go somewhere to sit so I can observe the whole surrounding of me, see who doing what coming in, what go out, and that's how I was. It wasn't looking for someone to talk to, but that's being aware of my surroundings. But some people can go, don't have awareness of their surroundings. They just go and mingle and forget all about their surroundings, but they just go and mingle with people who do not have their best interest, but at the same token, they go having fun, enjoying themselves, but at the same time, they don't know when trouble occur until after it happened, then it's too late. So I would always go and I would sit, I was quiet, and just lately, not many years ago, I just get out and start talking to people. I can always find something to say to people, regardless of their race, regardless of whoever they are, man or woman, I can talk. I got ways to talking to people in my everyday life, and I do that. I don't have to. You can be a stranger. I don't know you, but I always have something to say to you to try to make you laugh or make you have a talk to you about having a good day or something. So you have a good day or something like that. That's how I am. But a lot of people is not like that. A lot of people isn't doesn't have that kind of attitude. I think my attitude is pretty good or it's good. But even if I have my bad days, I have my good days. But at the same token, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, my attitude is about, I'd say about a 9. Because I have my ups and downs, but at the same time, I don't let it get me to the point where I'm taking on a real bad attitude and nasty toward people, nasty toward something. I'm quick to forgive and to put it behind me and move forward. I'm quick to do that. And that's what we all should be able to do if we have a bad attitude. Put stuff behind you, whatever happened, put it behind you, forgive, and put it behind you. You ain't got to forget it, but you can forgive them and let it be on them and not on you. You understand what I'm saying? So consider the consequences of a bad attitude of your action. Your action can be real helpful. It can be real destruction. It can be anything that you want it to be if you because you're in control of that. You're in control of your attitude. Sometimes we blame the devil for everything that goes on in our life. And a lot of times the devil had nothing to do with it. But when you open yourself up to him to come in, he will come in. Because many times we people say, well, that's the devil that I didn't do that, but the devil did it. Yes, you allowed the devil to come into your life when he always seeking who he can who he can seek steal, who he can kill and destroy. He always waiting for you to open the door. So don't open the door to him because he will come in. And when he come in full force and now you got to deal with something else. So stop blaming everything on the devil and take responsibility for yourself. Take responsibility for yourself that you allowed it to happen, but he, on the other hand, gonna come in and and be part of it. And sometimes he might take over. So just guard your feeling, guard your mind, guard your thought. Think before you act, because the consequences could be very severe, and you don't know what the outcome or the consequence is going to be because it's not for you to control the consequences of your action. You can control what